recently, I think early, today is what? Okay. Yeah. Early this week. I saw your post about, on LinkedIn about startup, a post about a journey of a startup and the
mental health issues.
The mental health issues, yes, and it really interested me, okay, because that little story is something we need to think about and talk about, okay. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of talk of mental health in the world. I don't know if it's adequately portrayed the way it is, but it's important for us to talk about, because yes, people have gone through different difficulties, and the outcome can be better for everyone if they are willing to discuss it with people who understand what they're going through. So tell us a little bit about your own journey, and if it impacted your mental health and what you did about it.
Okay. For one, I think starting a business in Africa, in Nigeria, has a lot of frustrations attached to it. For you as a Nigerian to even decide that you want to go on a path of entrepreneurship is a bold decision on its own.
Yeah.
And I don't know about out there, but in Nigeria, we have this factor of keeping things to ourselves. Let me put it this way. My first book was titled Facade. Facade, because I got to realize that Nigerians are great at suffering and smiling. And sometimes this suffering and smiling, it's not because they really want to do it. It's like a culture. Because we grew up to believe that we have an auntie somewhere that doesn't want your progress. We have an ancestor somewhere that doesn't want to progress.
Yeah.
We have this belief that evil is lurking at every corner, juju, voodoo, you know. So it has been a kind of impediment, because even when you are on a journey where even the tiniest support is needed, you will not be able to open up. Two things. Why? One, because probably it depends on your background. If you went into the business with that support, you want to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want anybody to see that you are failing. So you keep struggling in silence. Then secondly, they don't want to, you don't want to say it out because of this religious issue of voodoo, juju, and you think that by the time you affirm it, that you are going through issues, it will come to pass, right? So now, everybody is hiding, and what we all see is the success story. Because I know, like me, in my own case, I know that in the near future, somebody might just see me, Lavonne, and they'll say she's an overnight success. Only if they knew what I have been. You know, I have failed. I have failed. I have failed.
Yeah.
I have failed.
Yeah.
I know what pain is. I know what failure is.
Yes.
I know if resilience was a person, it would be me. Because as a single mother, first of all, taking a decision that something is not working and working out of a marriage in Nigeria takes guts.
Okay.
And in my own case, you asked me about my particular experience. I'm talking about myself. And when I left, I'm not the kind of person, I don't believe, I grew up from a very young age. I was like a celebrity growing up. And I was like the pivot point with which everybody rotates. So I grew up, though I was young, I was a teenager, my parents seek my advice and my opinions to take decisions. So I've never been the one who has to go to people to tell them I have this issue. Right? So I grew up handling my own issues for myself, the one that is always strong for every other person. So when I had to leave my marriage, I didn't see the need to go discuss with anybody that this was my challenge. I discussed with my spouse. We have a very good relationship. In fact, till tomorrow, my father keeps saying it, that he doesn't understand how I did it. That I should be given an award because we are doing fine. We relate well. There's no bad blood between the families. Before my mother-in-law left for UK, she came to say hello to the children. We're all doing fine, you know. So in my own case, I left, and when I left, nobody could have anything to say. You cannot hear any story anywhere that I spoke about my ex somewhere. You can, even my parents, they cannot have anything to say about him.
Lavonne, I will say this. Sorry, I'm cutting you short. Congratulations for having that mindset. Okay, because it is very, very unique. I'm telling you. Okay, and it's not a Nigerian thing, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Okay. Exes bowed mouth each other.
Don't do that.
Okay, you don't do that. That's good, and I'll say congratulations for that. All right.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So so when I left, a lot of people were curious to see what's the next stage. So what I did, I'm just telling my own story.
Yeah.
What I did was, like I said, I was celebrating growing up. I was always first in class. I was prefect from when I was conscious. Then when I left secondary school, I was always in leadership positions. I cut off everybody. I don't need the audience. I didn't need the spec, because these people, no one is going to help you, but they always have opinions about the decisions that you took or you take. So I was, even up to my family, when it got to a period, I knew that I'm going through a particular stress or a challenge. I tell my family, I need 1 year off. They know me, I can be strange. I tell them I need 1 year off. And I tell everybody, I'll just keep, maybe one person will be close to me, and everybody is out of. I think so. When there's nobody monitoring you, and you keep failing and you keep failing, you fail with happiness, you fail with gladness, you fail. You're able to know that you failed and you learn from your failure. So I'm proud to say I failed many times. I failed a lot of times. There were times where, as a mother, I had to question my decision as a mother. Like my children, I cannot pay school fees. I go to the bookshops, I buy books, I see them. I homeschool my children. I've done it a lot of times. And when I'm able to pay the fees, I take them to school. Nobody can beat them in class. Nobody can beat them in class, right? So I don't have to deal with the stigma of your children are not going to school or this or that. I don't have to deal with all those stigma, because I choose to cut off everything. The noise.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've failed a lot of times, but I have failed in my own isolation. I learn, I do what I have to do. So it will be partial for me to advise somebody else, because this is my own unique plan has so far been working for. As I speak to you right now, my mom, she lives in UK. My siblings are in UK. My mom does not have my number to call me as I'm talking to you right now. Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah, because there are decisions that I'm taking. I started a new initiative because of too much love. She wouldn't want to understand why I'm stressing myself. Come, just get married and just rest. Just be a woman. Why are you up by 1 a.m.? Why are you up by 4 a.m.? Why don't you sleep? You're a woman. Be a woman. She loves me, but I don't need that.
Wow.
You understand? But for startups, if people should be able to, even, I don't want to go deep. Let's just use the basic LinkedIn setup, because I don't do Facebook. I don't know how Snapchat looks like. I've never been on TikTok. I don't do those things, right? I'm very disciplined. Now, on LinkedIn, you see people say they celebrate 2,000 followers, 3,000 followers, 5,000 followers, and when you ask them how they do it, they try to sound modest. That's how people try to hide things. It's not easy. I tell you, serious hard work. You need to grow. even 100 on LinkedIn. You have to put in effort, you have to put in time, you have to put in resources. So where the mental stress comes from, it's the fact that people don't share. So people are not aware that this is normal.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to go through when I left my marriage. I first left my marriage 2012. We had issues. I left for South Africa. I was thinking I would not come back. So I had to date somebody else. And by the time I got back, we decided to settle. I was told that I have to appease the gods. I had to buy goats, kill a raw goat. I was holding raw goats in my hand, dripping blood. I was 7 months pregnant with my daughter. I was saying what they were telling me to say. Lots of people today, if I tell that story, people will say, that's a backstory. That's traumatic. I was not traumatized. I wasn't traumatized because I am not doing what I'm doing, seeking people's opinion or doing it to appease anybody. If people can take away the fact, that pressure of what people will say from their life, they will reduce mental stress to the barest minimum.
Wow.
Mental issues comes from two things. One, that feeling of you are alone. And secondly, people don't come out to say that this is a fight that everybody is saying. So it's kind of all boils down to awareness. People are not aware that what you are passing through is normal. No matter what you are passing through today, somebody else has gone through it before you. Yes, will go through it. So don't kill yourself. You don't have food to eat. Be calm, drink water, calm down. People do fasting. You will get over it. Your children are not in school, get books, homeschool them. They will go through it. So many, no matter the challenge you're passing through, your business fails, all right, I see failure as redirection. Sit down, calm down, and replot and re-strategize. So mental stress issue, especially people borrowing money from starting up business, and it's not something that we can just pinpoint to a particular a reason or say this is a factor. It depends on going forward. They say Nigeria is going to hit a sweet spot in 2023, which means we are going to be one of the developing economies in the world. All right, we have been pointed out to be one of them, which means the middle class. Nigeria is going to. What that means is that Nigeria next year will experience a wide margin of poor people becoming middle class, becoming very, very rich. So now, when it comes to men, I would love those who are into mental health awareness campaigns to please make people understand that if you start and you fail, it's normal. Because for us to be able to get to that sweet spot, people have to understand that if you don't have a patronage in your business for one week, it's okay. You have to understand that life is growth. I believe in growth. Nobody can push me. Nobody can make me expect something higher. Nobody can tell me that God is not with me, because I know that even God had a 7-day plan to create the world. So if I'm starting MindGrip Africa today and you're telling me that I have to, in 3 months, I'm supposed to be known worldwide, I won't even listen to you, because I know that I have a growth pattern. So people should be able to realize that when you start a business today, Tony Elumelu, the owner of Zek, is not where he is because of overnight success.
Yeah.
So people should be made to understand it's not just a factor. There are so many factors that should be brought to light concerning mental health issues as regards startup. People should be made to realize that business is an entity. It has to grow.
Yeah.
And it has to have phases. You cannot see somebody who has spent 30 years in business, she's doing well, and you just started 10 months ago and you want to be like her. It's not possible.
Yeah. See,
it's not possible.
I agree with you. A lot of the stress that people go through, not only in entrepreneurship, in almost everything, is because of them looking at themselves and comparing themselves to somebody who has been doing the work.
Sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Sleepless nights.
Okay. Compromising.
Yeah. And they started yesterday, and they want to be like that person who has been having sleepless nights for a decade. Okay. So that's something.
So So we have to create our awareness. Those in charge, I believe in everybody. I believe the fact that everyone was created to play their part in development.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in dragging myself thin, spreading myself wide. I believe in focusing on a part, and I believe I was born to make Africans think in my own quarter. So I would really appreciate those who are already in the mental health campaign. You should not overlook startups, mental health of startups.
Okay.
It's very important. It's
okay.
very important.
Good.